a 40-pound vest. I can only imagine if it was 100 pounds, but it makes me want to do some movements and training. This is amazing, a 40-pound vest. I can only imagine if it was 100 pounds, but it makes me want to do some movements and training.
What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Iron Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson says this is his definition of fun, and he explains. He says, an exhibition means two people are fighting, and it's not called a fight. But we're still throwing punches at each other. This is going to be my definition of fun. Broken eye sockets, broken jaw, broken rib. That's fun to me. This is Mike Tyson's exhibition with Roy Jones and what it means to him. Now, again, the more you hear Mike Tyson talk, the more you hear Roy Jones Jr. talk. This is not an exhibition. I think if these guys are going to wear headgear, I think the only reason they're wearing headgear because they are informed to, they're instructed to, they have to, okay? But the way these guys are training, the commitment, the effort, the energy they're putting in to training, this is not an exhibition. This is a full-fledged fight that two people are happen to wear or to be wearing headgear. That's the only difference. That's it. I think Tyson is coming in for a fight. And you have to remember something. Tyson is a very easygoing guy as of late. Or should I say, not too long ago. He was a pretty easygoing guy. He didn't talk about beating people up. He talked about, other things and, like hot boxing with Mike. You don't really hear him talking about fighting as much. He talked about how he grew up when he grew up, his stories with Customato, his stories in the system, you know what I mean? But as far as fighting goes, it was just really him engaging with the guest on the show. Okay, so he really didn't do. You seen him on Joe Rogan. Of course, they asked about his boxing career, but Mike Tyson, the voice, the conversation, the energy, when he talks about stuff, it's not too much of it anymore. Until lately, until he start training. And speaking of Rogan, okay, this just hit me. He was on an episode of Rogan. He said, I don't like to train like that. It puts him in a bad place. It gets him too high strung again. Okay, and he also said in another one, hey, without boxing, I kind of feel like my life's over. So this is a way for him to rejuvenate his life, okay, his passion for boxing. Yeah, in 2005, yeah, he didn't have the love of boxing because he was doing a lot of crazy stuff, right? But this now sounds like a rejuvenated Mike. On top of the ego that you see is resurrecting itself when he talks about doing stuff. Think about it. Definition of fun, it's broken eye sockets, broken jaws, broken ribs. That's fun. That's Mike Tyson as of yesteryear. Back in the day, people. Roy Jones Jr. is saying around the same thing. Hey, don't push me. Don't bother me. I don't mess with nobody. I don't bother nobody. Right? I'm Roy Jones. Y'all must have forgot. And he's training like the Dickens too. So, the definition of fun is Mike Tyson. So, I think Mike Tyson wants to go have fun in his definition of fun. And he wants to do that night. Or he wouldn't have been talking as in reference of the upcoming fight or quote unquote exhibition that he's going to have with Roy Jones Jr. people. This is it. These guys are going to fight and they're going to give it his all. And this is what it's going to be. Okay, so again, people are trying to censor this fight. They're trying to say what it ain't gonna be. It's just an exhibition. It's Rocky Marciano, Antonio, and Muhammad Ali. No, it's not. They're not gonna dance around. No, they're gonna come at each other and give it what they have, what they've been training for, what they're committed to do right now, what they're focused on. Okay, and that's that. You guys tell me what you think Mike Tyson means by definition of fun and what he intends to do in the ring with Roy Jones Jr. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.